look at what Governor Maura Healey is doing to cut red tape for businesses.
Now, she made some moves today, which she says will help keep the state competitive. WBZ John Keller shows us what Healey is doing and why people from across the political spectrum still want more.
So barbershops, who doesn't love the striped pole outside a barbershop? State law required a barbershop to actually hang a freaking pole right outside the thing.
Just one of scores of archaic business regulations being discarded by the Healey administration. The message?
These changes are going to save businesses time. They're going to save businesses money. And you know who's going to benefit? Customers.
The shredding drew praise from some business leaders.
Your two predecessors, one Democrat, one Republican, also announced regulatory reform efforts at the beginning of their terms. 16 years later, nothing had occurred.
It's a good news story. However, it's really marginal at best.
But the head of the right-leaning Mass High-Tech Council says it's far more important that Healey ease unemployment insurance costs and the burden on taxpayers of rising state spending.
What the governor should be leading right now, with the support of many of those who care a lot about Massachusetts, is to rein in the rate of growth on state spending to a rate that is more equivalent to what taxpayers are seeing their paychecks do from year to year.
While the head of the liberal Mass Budget and Policy Center wants Healey, who backed the so-called millionaires tax, to support economic growth with a new tax on foreign corporations doing business here.
If we have seen progressive taxation to bring enough revenue to the state to make significant investments in transportation and education, why are we not promoting more progressive taxation at the corporate level?
All right, when you hold a news conference like this and everyone reacts, that usually means there's an election coming up. So how are the politics of something like this going to affect Maura Healey as she heads into a re-election?
Yeah, well, she's on a tightrope, David, as she did when she ran the first time. Healey wants to find the middle ground that made Charlie Baker so popular. You remember that. So she's supporting some tax cuts and cutting red tape while also backing other tax hikes and expanding the budget. Now, she hasn't said yet if she supports that new corporate tax that we referred to in the report there. But with all sorts of red lights flashing right now on the state's fiscal dashboard, that's going to be an election year moment of truth for Maura Healey, I think.
A whole bunch of politics happening there all at once. John Keller, thank you so much.
Thank you.